I would now like to call upon Mr. Rajat Agarwal, CEO of Invest Punjab, Government of Punjab, to come to the dais and address the gathering.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries present here. A very good morning to all the business leaders and friends present here. I stand here to present the state of Punjab and the vast opportunities present in the great state. It's indeed a pleasure, a privilege to be representing such a great state in front of such an august audience. So I go straight to my presentation. This is how I propose to present 4 sections: India-UAE ties, Indian economy, advantage Punjab, and investable projects. In yesterday's sessions and today, much has already been talked about the India and UAE ties, profound, promising. This is where we stand, pretty balanced, export, import, third largest trading partner for India. It is not just about oil. These are the investments, the FDI, and UAE is 10th largest investor in India across all different sectors: construction, power, air transport, service industry, metallurgical. A brief about Indian economy. Yes, we are the 6th largest economy of the world. We are 3rd largest in terms of purchasing power parity. The country hosts the largest youth population of the world, and we are growing by 8.2% in 2018-19. It's not about this year. These are the projections of the World Bank. Talks about a steady growth, 7.5% steady growth across next 3 years. IMF data shows it is the best amongst all the economies of the world. Now something about Punjab. Punjab, as you know, known for lush green fields, free-flowing rivers, festivities. The name Punjab itself means the land of 5 rivers. Warm-hearted, dynamic people, well known for their enterprise, and I'm sure UAE and the Emirates have already experienced the profound enterprising spirit of the people of the state of Punjab. It is a land with rich history, diverse culture, and deep-rooted traditions. And of course, world-famous Punjabi cuisine. Located strategically, it is just 150 miles from the national capital of Delhi. It provides access to Central Asian markets, and it caters to 25% of the consumer base of the 2nd most populous country of the world. That's not all. 1.5% of the land area of the country, and we contribute almost double to the GDP of the country. With 1.5% land mass, we are contributing 3% to the GDP of the country. We are the football of the country, 1.5% land mass, contributing 40% to the central pool of food grains. We host the biggest tractor manufacturing company of the world international tractors in collaboration with Yanmar from Japan. We produce more than 80% of the bicycle and bicycle components of the entire country. And we produce more than 2/3 of the hosiery and woolen which is manufactured in the country, that is India. And there are various other sectors, the hand tools, the machines, and so on and so forth. And it's not a recent phenomenon, let me share with you. Now this is 1961, Nestle, a food company, wanting to come to India, scout the entire country, barely 15 years after independence. And this is where they land. And this is where they feel the best culture for industry. Punjab, 1985, 2.5 decades later. A Japanese company in automobile wants to start operations first time in the country, scouts the country, and this is where they land, Punjab. 2.5 decades later, Walmart, the retail company, comes to India, scouts the entire country, and finds Punjab still the best landing place for any foreign company. And may I also remind you, this 2009 is a period where retail was not very welcome for MNCs to be working in retail in India. But Punjab has always been a business-like state, a state providing the best of the environment and best of the facilities for doing business. And the story continues. Now, for any investment decision, I am sure it is not one single factor that is going to lead to make any investment decision. There would be various factors. There would be factors of production. There would be environment, the policies, the single window, ease of doing business. So let me take you to talk about a little bit about the different factors of production. The first and foremost, obviously, will be power. A power surplus state, we are net exporter of power, 100% electrification, and lowest T&D losses in the country. We are almost 2/3 of the national average. How do we compare with in terms of tariff? One of the best in the world. If we compare domestically, we are the best. If we compare internationally, we are again one of the best, most competitive, and very good quality of distribution network, and that is why one of the reasons why we have lowest T&D losses in the country. Next is human resource. Of course, this is something which we are really, really very, very proud of. As the Honorable Minister mentioned yesterday, the state has not seen any lockout, any strike, completely flexible hiring of human capital. Mind you, the state uniquely offers 24-hour shift across all genders, across all sectors of the economy. Now, it speaks, in my view, volumes about the law and order situation, about the industrial environment in the state of Punjab. Good relationship, labor management, good law and order, 24-hour shift, but what about the wages? So here is how we stand. Most competitive labor wages, 452 dirhams, monthly wage. This is how we compare to the world, China, Vietnam. This is how we compare to Haryana and Delhi. What about skilling? Of course, the productivity of manpower in the state of Punjab is very high. Yes, we have been endowed by nature to be good, especially in technical field. But we don't only depend on that. There's a vast network of skilling. Annual pass-outs, MBA, over 6,000 graduates and postgraduates, 7 lakh engineers, doctors, and 1,35,000 skilled manpower per annum. And how do we skill them? This is the backbone of our skilling. This is the backbone of our human resource. You name a sector, and we have the best of the institute, national and international level, right there in the state. Talk about nanosciences, talk about business, IIT, IIM, school education, fashion, agri, maize, medicine, pharma, you name a sector, and we have an absolute profound network of institutes which are national level and producing skilled manpower for the industry. Connectivity, again, in today's time is very, very important because approximately 18% of the costs, as per estimates, come from transport and logistics. This is how we get connected to the rest of the country and to the rest of the world. 1.5% of the landmass of the country. And we have 2 international airports, one on the eastern flank of the state, the Mohali International Airport, and one on the western, that is the Amritsar International Airport. And added to it are 4 domestic operational airports, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Bathinda, and Pathankot. And yes, we connect with Dubai directly 3.5 hours, barely 210 minutes. Singapore, Doha, Birmingham, Kuala Lumpur, and so on and so forth. Road, next, most important in terms of connectivity. World-class 4 and 6 lane highways. I am very happy to share that all the major towns and cities in the state of Punjab are connected with 4 and 6 lane highways. We have the highest road density, 133 per square kilometer. And all the villages are connected to road. And that is one of the reasons why the workforce can reside in their villages and still commute to towns and cities and work there. And they don't have to face a dislocation and increased cost in terms of living. Logistics. Again, a very important area, a very important factor, consideration for investment decision. Punjab houses the only land port of the country at Amritsar. Amritsar is serving as a big transit hub. We have a huge network of ICDs in all the major towns. We have 5 ICDs in Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Bathinda, Amritsar, and Dera Bassi. And we are coming up with 3 multimodal logistics park. 2 are already operational, the Adani Logistics Park and the PLIL. And Hind Terminal Private Limited from UAE is constructing their own multimodal logistics parks, which is going to give a good fillip to the entire logistics scenario of the state of Punjab. How about the rail connectivity? We stand in a unique position to be connected to the eastern and western ports of the country. Punjab is on the eastern dedicated freight corridor, which starts from Ludhiana and goes to the eastern part, West Bengal. We get connected to that. We also connect to the western dedicated freight corridor, barely 200 kilometers downstream at Dadri. So we are in a unique position to connect to both the coastlines, east and the west. And with these freight corridors, the maximum speed of transport, the freight transport would be 100 kilometers per hour. The load capacity will increase to 13,000 tons. And the potential reduction in freight cost is going to be 1/3 of what it is now. From 18%, it will go down to 13%, which is the huge potential. So we talked about workforce, we talked about power, we talked about connectivity. What is the environment of the state? What is the industrial environment of the state? With 1.6 lakh SMEs, Punjab has been a leader in industrial development, especially due to SMEs. We are very proud of, this is a backbone of Punjab industry, and the network is pretty much stretched out, spread out all across the state. Jalandhar, we have different clusters, agricultural implements, sports good, so on and so forth. Ludhiana, we have auto, bicycle, hand tools. Bathinda, obviously, is petrochemicals, agri and food. Mohali, IT, ESDM, education and research, automobile. And Amritsar, obviously, is tourism, yarn, and textiles. So the network is pretty spread out, and we boast of having 1.6 lakh SMEs in the state. The thrust sectors, all these and many more are on the list of our thrust sectors. Incentives. The last part for any investment decision is the financial, which probably becomes one of the most important factors for decision making. Huge incentives. This is one of the best in the country, matched by very few other states. Allows a recovery of more than 200% of the fixed capital investment through GST incentive. And we provide employment subsidy of 1,800 dirhams per employee per year for anchor units. I mean, this is something which is very, very profound, which is very, very different from many other states. Ease of doing business. Punjab has been a pioneer in this regard. We started our investment promotion agency in 2013. We are in existence for 6 years. This is a one-stop office. It is not a window. We don't accept investment proposals and then pass it on to 20 more windows to different departments, and then chase one window after other, or ask the investor to chase them. We are an office in ourselves. We have been empowered statutorily to grant clearances, to process clearances for 23 departments, over 70 clearance. We don't go to any department. We process them in our office, and we grant approvals then and there. We don't need to follow any other offices, any other department in the state. It's a single level of approval. You get a dedicated relationship manager. You talk to none in the government. You talk to only one single person who is dedicated for your project, for your company. We strongly believe that all the regulatory clearances, the regulatory part is our job. Your job is to concentrate on your project, implementation of your project, your plant and machinery, your financial tie-ups, your operationalization. No amount of time, resources, energy need to be spent on any regulatory clearances by a prospective investor. And it's an online interface. I think it's a truism. Now, what are the investment opportunities that are available in the state? I'll be quick and brief. As I told you, fairly spread out network of clusters. So we have 3 food parks. We have a high-tech cycle valley, which is new, provides immense opportunities for e-vehicles and auto industry. Medicity IT Park, and we are proposing a new biotech park and industrial manufacturing cluster in Rajpura, near the capital of Chandigarh. Huge potential in agri and food processing. I need not further elaborate, not only in terms of manufacturing, in terms of horticulture, floriculture, dairy, and biomass, but also in terms of packaging and processing, logistics and warehousing, retail, and cold chain storage. Healthcare, again, is one of a very potential area for the state of Punjab. We have created Medicity, which is a city dedicated for medical facilities, super specialities, and I think this is again one of the very strong potential areas for investment. Education, again, we have come up with 2 new universities are coming in Mohali, and this is again one of the areas which can be explored, a potential area in the state of Punjab. We already have universities which are catering to students from across more than 24 countries. So we have the lovely professional universities. Obviously, we have IITs and IIMs, but there are many universities, 27 public and private sector universities already operating in the state of Punjab. And this is, again, one sector with a huge NRI population and with best of the connectivity. I think this is one potential area which can be looked up. Skill development is, again, because we provide huge manpower support to the various Western countries and the countries here in UAE and nearby. So there is a huge potential, again, in skill development and investment in skill development in the state of Punjab. Tourism, again, we rank very high in terms of foreign tourists. The Golden Temple is obviously the most important magnet. And we have witnessed a whooping increase of 172%. This is year on year in terms of foreign tourists visiting the state of Punjab. And we have investment opportunities there in historical, religious, and a new Himalayan aqua retreat, which I'll very shortly and briefly mention. Logistics. Again, this is one area, as I told you, we are the neck of the country. So we provide connectivity to all the hill states, the Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and also act as an industrial base to 25% of the population of the country. So logistics and warehousing, again, is one of our very important potential areas for investment in the state of Punjab. Smart cities, water technologies, healthcare, IT, commercial retail. Mobility is, again, one of the very important areas in smart cities. Some opportunities there as well. Briefly, from sectors, from areas, I will come to projects. Now, I'll very briefly present you the projects which are up and running, and they will be very shortly bid out, and they are open for exploration through G2G route. So this is one of the projects which is going to be bid out very soon. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the actual photograph of what we propose to develop as a tourism hub. Who would not like to develop Himalayas, given an opportunity? This is Shivaliks, the lower Himalayas. This is the site, twin lakes, and huge potential for development, and the project is almost ready. Convention and exhibition centers. The feasibility report has been prepared. The DPR is under preparation. And very soon, these three projects, Amritsar, Ludhiana, and Mohali, we are going to bid out. Open for investment. Aerotropolis, two brand new cities we propose to develop. One near Chandigarh in 5,000 acres on a PPP basis. One, Ludhiana, a new airport is coming up in Ludhiana. All the approvals from the Government of India and Airports Authority of India have already been obtained, and very soon we will be launching this project for development, a potential area for development very soon. As I mentioned, Ludhiana Airport, again, all approvals, as I mentioned, have already been obtained, and there is a huge opportunity for development of an airport in Ludhiana. Industrial Township, it's again a very good project that can be looked into because it's a development for township as a whole, industrial, commercial, and retail component. Now, this may be very interesting because the location is very near to the national capital, to the state capital of Chandigarh and the tri-city of Chandigarh, Mohali, and Panchkula. It is in Rajpura. So whatever we may say may appeal to you, but I would suggest do not believe in whatever we say. Please try and test us. Few of the investors who tried and tested had this to speak. This is TI Cycles. The unit was built in just 11 months. It's built in 11 months. So it's not about the clearances. It was built and operationalized in 11 months, 105,000, 1.5 lakh cycles per month. One of the fastest such rollouts. Cargill, again an American company, Invest Punjab team facilitated in the most professional manner, and we are very proud to share that they operationalized in 2014, and within 3 years, now they are tripling their capacity in the state of Punjab. So 2017, they already have got allotted more land, and they are expanding directly, tripling their capacities. We are very happy to have them in the state of Punjab. Growth partners, long list, some of them are here. Thank you and welcome to Punjab. This is a website, you can come in anytime, and I dare say that any system, howsoever good, designed, made, and operationalized, is as good as the intention behind it to run, as the vision of the leaders is behind it to run. I'm sure most of you, or probably all of you, have already heard, have already listened to the vision of the leaders of the state who are running this system. I am very proud to be part of that team. And now, may I invite the leader of the team today, Mr. Manpreet Singh Badal, Honorable Minister of Finance, to share his vision, his thoughts on this state. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Rajat has spoken, and he's spoken very well. I don't think so. I can add even a single word to what Rajat has said, except that Punjab has been an expression of hope, courage, and glory for the people of the Indian subcontinent. It doesn't need any testament from me or from anybody else. The people of this region have written their own history, and they have written it in red. They have written it in the blood of their sons, which is embedded in the fertile soil of Punjab. And from one end of the world to the other end, we have drained very deep the chalice of courage. Punjab has been a land of soldiers from the times immemorial. And since before the great prophets of the earth, they traversed this planet, it was actually the soldier who had to perform the ultimate act of religious training, which was sacrifice. And in fact, we have a very fine leadership in the form of our Chief Minister, who's himself a former soldier, Captain Amarinder Singh. And we do not intend to deviate from that path for the next few generations. And the latest act of sacrifice by Punjab was when GST was introduced in India. Punjab was the only state of India where we had to sacrifice 40% of our revenue, 40% of our revenue, which was subsumed in the GST. Which means, not that we were naive or foolish, but we knew that India has to progress, and we were taxing our food grains because we are an agricultural powerhouse. So we agreed to actually forego 40% of our revenues so that India could progress. So I'm here this morning to cover up for that 40%. And I'm reminded of the hauntingly beautiful words of one of the greatest poets of India, Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, and he says, and I quote in original, where he says, "Nahi hai na umeed Iqbal, apni kishte viran se," that I have not lost hope, Iqbal. Kishte viran is that my kheti, my agriculture has dried up, my crops have dried up, but I am not without hope. Even though the crops have dried up, I am not without hope. Nahi hai na umeed Iqbal, apni kishte viran se, zara nam ho to ye matti badi zarkhez hai saki. With a little bit of moisture, the earth has a lot of strength, And this is what I told the Union Finance Minister, when I met him, one of my greatest heroes has been the leader of modern Turkey, whose name was Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. And I read his autobiography when I was a very young boy. And one incident which has been etched in my brain and in my heart was that when Mustafa Kemal was a young major in the Turkish army, and he was posted as a military attaché to a very beautiful country called Hungary, which has its capital in Budapest. So one day, Mustafa Kemal, with his full uniform of a major, he goes to dine at a very fine restaurant. And while he was eating his food, a peasant walked in. His boots had mud on them. He was not wearing very good clothes. And he sat down on the table next to Mustafa Kemal. So the manager of the restaurant, and Mustafa Kemal said, even though I was eating my food, but my ears were on what the manager was talking to the peasant, And the manager quietly said, "Excuse me, sir, this is a very fine dining facility, and we do not encourage people like you to sit on this table and dine here. So may I ask you to please leave this table?" And what the peasant told the manager is what I want to tell you, is that the peasant told the manager, he said, "Listen, I'm a farmer, and I grow food for this nation. And my son is a soldier. He's defending the borders of Hungary. There is no way I'm going to leave this table. I'm going to eat on this table." And this is what I told the Union Finance Minister also, that we produce food for India, and my sons are actually guarding the borders of India. There is no way that Punjab will be denied a high place on this high table. So, and I can assure you, I can just supplement what Rajat has said. There was an international conference early when India got independent. General Eisenhower was the president of America, who had the privilege of taking the surrender of Nazi Germany. And Pandit Nehru was the Prime Minister of India, and he went to the president, greeted him, and he told him, "We are a newly independent country. Can you tell us, how do you develop nations?" And what Eisenhower told Pandit Nehru was very interesting. He said, in America, we have learned from our mistakes. And also, even when we don't make mistakes, when others make mistakes, we learn from other people's mistakes. So my own feeling is that there are three kind of people in this world. One who learn from their own mistakes and never repeat those mistakes. In Hindi, you call them akalmand. The akalmand log hai, apni galti, ek baar galti ho jaye, fir galti baad mein nahi hoti. Then the second, who don't commit mistakes, but when other people make mistakes, they learn from other people's mistakes. They are called danishmand. Danishmand. And there is a third group who neither learn from their own mistake or other people's mistakes. In Hindi, we call them bewakoof. So I can assure you that Punjab is going to be on the second category. We will try not to make mistakes, but whatever mistakes have been made in the last decade or 2 decades in the investment climate of India, we will try never to repeat them. So with the good conscience, our only sure reward, and with history as the final judge of our deeds, I stand here before you all to lead Punjab and India, the land we love, and I seek your cooperation. I seek his blessings, knowing that his will is worked by men on earth. And can I again just, I'm sorry I've taken a little longer than was required, but can I end with another very famous couplet of Allama Iqbal, where he says, "Is surkh suraj se keh de koi," surkh is red. "Is surkh suraj se keh de koi, apni kirnon ko gin gin ke rakh le." I don't need the rays of the sun. इस सुर्ख सूरज से कह दे कोई अपनी किरणों को गिन गिन के रख ले, मैं अपने सहरा के जर्रे जर्रे को खुद चमकना सिखा रहा हूँ. Sahara is a desert, and every grain of this desert, I will teach him how to shine. मैं अपने सहरा के जर्रे जर्रे को खुद चमकना सिखा रहा हूँ. मेरे इरादे करेंगे फितरत पे हुक्मरानी. That with my willpower I will bend the laws of nature. मेरे इरादे करेंगे फितरत पर हुक्मरानी. जहाँ फरिश्तों के पर है लर्जा. Angels are supposed to have wings, and angels can fly. And he says even, where angels can't, जहाँ उनके पर भी लर्जा हो जाते हैं, where they can't go any higher, जहाँ फरिश्तों के पर है लर्जा, मैं उस बुलंदी पे जा रहा हूँ. We have to take Punjab to the heights where even angels will not be able to tread. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for your invite. And can I thank Mr. Sudesh Agarwal for putting this all together. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Punjab is a vibrant investment destination that offers the best ecosystem for growth of different types of businesses. No wonder the state houses a number of iconic mega projects and has attracted many national and multinational players. But what goes in making Punjab the preferred investment destination? Punjab has one of the highest airport densities with 4 domestic airports and 2 international airports at SAS Nagar Mohali and at Amritsar. The state has a fantastic rail network. It has the highest rail density in India, more than double the national average. Punjab has the best-in-class road infrastructure. National Highway 1 and 1A cover the entire state vertically. With 24 national highways and scores of state highways, all major cities and towns are connected with quality 4 and 6 lane highways. The state has 100% all-weather road connectivity till the last village. Punjab has efficient logistics ecosystem. Punjab has the proud privilege of having country's only land port, besides having 6 government-operated container freight stations and 3 inland container depots. A number of private dry ports are also operational. A multimodal logistics park is also under development. The state is situated on Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor and Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor. It is also in unique position to provide connectivity with the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor, just 200 kilometers downstream. These well-managed and well-equipped facilities are proving to be a boon to the industrialists. The second essential factor is power. With a total installed capacity of 14,245 megawatt, Punjab is a power surplus state. The state has excellent power distribution network with lowest transmission and distribution losses. It has country's first ever 400 kVA ring main system covering the entire state. Punjab already has an availability of 800 megawatt of solar power, making it one of the fastest growing states in the renewable energy sector. Most importantly, under the new industrial policy, the state is offering electricity at a rate of 5 rupees per unit for next 5 years to all the units, making it the most competitive power rate in the country. One of the big assets is the peaceful management-labor relations in the state. The state has not witnessed any major strike or loss of man-days due to strike or labor dispute in the last 3 years. Moreover, the state allows 24 hours shift across all genders and class of industries. The state has developed land for industrial use in all the major cities and towns. With over 86 well-developed industrial estates with an area of over 8,000 acres, Punjab boasts of a well-knit network of industrial lands. 4 mega food parks are being developed to facilitate investors in the food processing sector. These parks are offering ready-to-build plots for food processing units, MSME sheds, core processing facilities and support infrastructure. Other industrial parks like the India's largest software technology park at Mohali is giving a boost to the ever-growing IT sector in the region. One IT-specific special economic zone is already in place. Another SEZ is being developed by Infosys at the new IT city coming up in 1,700 acres of land in Mohali. Incubators with plug-and-play facility for startups and dedicated data centers are in place. IT exports through the STPI Mohali in the Tri-City region are increasing by the day. India's first agri-food biotechnology park and cluster in an area of 80 acres with National Agriculture Biotechnology Institute Mohali as its nucleus has already come up. A high-tech cycle valley and park for the bicycle industry, e-vehicles and e-bikes and their components is coming up in an area of 380 acres in Ludhiana. This will pave the way for an early mover advantage in these sunrise sectors. True to its name, Punjab has availability of 14.22 million acre-feet of river water. It also houses a robust and widespread canal network. All new industrial focal points are being based on dual sources of water. The state also houses an excellent network of academic and research institutions. It not only helps in providing quality human capital, but also helps in carrying out research and development, testing and product development in partnership with the industry, making it cost-effective and mutually beneficial. The biggest strength of Punjab are its enterprising people, who have been responsible for a thriving ecosystem of a well-established MSME sector, providing a strong ancillary base to different types of big manufacturers and OEMs. 161,000 micro, small and medium enterprises are functioning in the state, hand in hand with a large number of big industries. All factors in place. You will ask, what about the ease of doing business? Well, Punjab is a pioneer in this respect. Invest Punjab is a one-stop shop, facilitating ease of setting up business, grounding of projects and after. It's a unique model.
Our experience in executing this project has been extremely positive. We have received tremendous support from the Punjab Bureau of Investment. all approvals have happened in a time-bound fashion. In fact, it is commendable that the approach of the Bureau has been one of finding a solution to any problem that comes in the way. And it is this collaboration that has enabled this project to be executed in a short span of time.
All this has helped Punjab emerge as a leader in different sectors over the years. No doubt, it is consolidating its strength and maintaining the position.
What I am today, what the Trident is today, is a blessing of the state of Punjab. Only in this state, this ecosystem can create an entrepreneur like us who are started with a very humble background and grown to international level. The way the ecosystem, the government, the environment and the entrepreneurial spirit of Punjabis. Today we are among the top 5 in the world in home textiles. So I really salute this land of opportunity.
To take the industrial development to newer heights, the state government has come up with a very attractive industrial and business development policy 2017. The new policy offers attractive incentives for anchor and thrust units. The policy also offers lucrative incentives for the MSME sector. Punjab believes in delivering what it promises. The implementation of policy is being monitored by none other than the Chief Minister himself to ensure that the policy is implemented in letter and spirit.
It's taken us a long time to go through the various facts and figures and to put up something which we feel will benefit the state and also benefit the industry that moves into the state. So you're all welcome, and I hope that when you come here, you will find a congenial atmosphere in the state and a good state to work in. Welcome to you all.